Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is all for the Canadian Biscuit. Today I would like to show you the cake that I made for my client who ordered an anniversary cake on their wedding anniversary, of course. This is the design that he wanted me to make, a diamond pattern dome top cake with golden beads, as he said. It's dragons in baking terms, as we call it, and the ribbon is going to be maroon color ribbon. So you guys, I would like you to tell me whether I met their expectation or not. So please continue watching. The flavor of the cake that they wanted is called ube condensed milk cake. So I have two of this, 8 by 4 in size. So on the design that he gave, the top is domey. So I have to make sure that I'll get the perfect dome on the cake while I was baking it. And I was glad that I actually did. I have a beautiful dome top cake with no cracks on. So here I am now assembling the cake. I am using a cream cheese frosting. I love cream cheese frosting for this type of cake particularly. It makes it super delicious. So by the way guys, if you want to know how I made this cake, I put the link on the description box below. You may check it later. So guys, if you've noticed that the cake or the side of the cake is not crusted, it's not crusted. I did not take off the crust, but later on I realized that I really have to take off the crust because it was pretty crusty. It was like a toasted crust, and we don't want that. So I'm like, okay, let me scrape this off. So I spent like a lot of time scraping off the crust, trying to make sure that it is all like perfect round as much as possible. But although it wasn't a perfect like round size, but it was like 90% of the size are perfect. And plus the dome, I also scrape off the crust. Yeah, there are some cake that it is okay if we don't take off the crust, but with this particular cake I really have to scrape off all of those crust from top to bottom. Oh no, the bottom I didn't take it off. Anyway, so I am just going to crumb coat all of these sides on top. I'm not going to make this into like a 2-coat frosting. Yeah, just one is enough because I am going to cover it with a thick fondant later. So one frosting should be, one crumb coat or thin frosting on the sides would be enough. But it's all up to you guys. If you're going to make it's all up to you to decide whether double coat or just crumb coat. So in here I could see that there's a little imperfection here. The cake is like not perpendicular from top to bottom, so it was like sticking out. So then if you don't take it out or scrape it off, your cake would be like curvy, or it has like little bumps. It's not an air bubbles trap bumps kind of thing, but it's how do you call that, it's actually the cake. So have to scrape it off and finish it with more coating, a little bit more coating. Yeah, and then I put it in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour. It's all up to you. If you're going to make overnight, it's also good, but if you're in a hurry, 30 minutes to an hour or maybe 20 minutes is also okay. So while the cake is in the fridge resting, I am continuing my work. I am now rolling the fondant. So this fondant is homemade. I made it out of marshmallow. If you want to know how I made it, I also put the link in the description box below. Some of you guys may say, oh, she's not putting gloves on while kneading or working on the fondant, Oh guys, please. My hands are clean. I washed it, guys, okay, before I touch everything. So yeah, And also when you're making a marshmallow fondant, it is very sticky. It is very hard to make a marshmallow fondant or to knead a marshmallow fondant with the gloves on. Otherwise, all the marshmallow is gonna stick into your gloves. Yeah, so it is really like not advisable to use gloves. Just have to make sure that your hands are all washed, dried, and super duper clean. Okay, so the one you see on my fingers are marshmallow that were stuck, and also, how do you call that, I use cornstarch to smoothen my fondant, so that's why you'll see like white stops everywhere on my work surface. So here I am laying out my diamond pattern stencils. This is what I use to make the diamond pattern. Yeah, I don't have the other one that you just how do you call that, stumping like a stumper kind of thing pattern. I don't have those. I'm not really a master in cake decorating, guys, but I can decorate and can make a cake, but there's a lot of rooms to grow. So now we are done with this fondant making thing, and now we are ready to cover our cake. This fondant is a little bit thicker because of the design. I don't want to make it like thin, although I prefer thinner fondant, but because of this kind of design, I do not want it to rip. You know, when it's too thin, then there's a tendency that when you emboss the fondant, it would rip right in between the lines. So guys, here is the cake. What do you think? Maroon ribbons, the golden dragons, you know, did I meet the expectation of my clients? Oh my. And you see, earlier I used a thin cardboard covered with foil paper. I took it off after I covered the cake with the fondant and finished the decorating on the new board. So guys, now it's your turn. Do you like my cake? Or did I meet the expectation of my client? Look at those ribbons, the sparkling gold dust, and the ribbon itself, guys. Doesn't it look like real? Oh, I love it, guys. I love it. But I will also say that I have a lot of rooms to grow in terms of cake decorating. So the last two pictures, guys, that you're going to see is from the client. They sent it to me. One thing that I should have done is also slice the dome, like divide it into layers. You know, you see there's like big one top there. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me some thumbs up, guys, please. And also, if you're not my subscriber yet, please do so. Support me by clicking the subscribe button, and also please click the bell notification so that you will get notification when I have a new upload. Okay guys, so take care everybody, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.